Installation of Multilink metal raceway systems. Multilink metal raceway is fairly straightforward and simple to install. There are metal backing strips that come in 8-foot lengths that are pre-drilled with mounting holes, or there's also 5-inch mounting strips that can be used to secure the covers. Be sure to use a level or laser level to ensure that you're mounting the strips straight. Mounting of the strips to the wall will vary depending on the type of surface that you're mounting to. In this application, we are mounting to concrete block, so we're drilling holes and using expandable fasteners to secure the backing strips to the wall. You could be mounting on top of drywall, and in that case you may be using self-tapping drywall screws to mount the mounting strips to the wall. When securing the strips to the wall, make sure that you don't put hardware right at the very edge of the strips. It's easier for you to put the covers on if you have just a little bit of flexibility at the ends. When cutting raceways, you can use metal snips, you can use hacksaw, bandsaw, a chop saw with a metal cutting blade. There are many ways to cut metal. Backing strips need to have any distortion on the flanges on the side straightened out before you mount them to the wall, so the covers will snap on properly. Mount your mounting locations, drill holes for your hardware. Line up the strips at the very edge before you tighten everything down nice and tight. Installing corner pieces is as simple as holding the corner piece in place where you want it to be held. Hold the mounting bracket to the corner piece in place and mark your mounting location holes. You can then drill the holes for mounting the mounting bracket to the wall and secure the mounting bracket to the wall using the Tapcons or whatever fastener makes sense for the mounting surface you're mounting to. All the mounting brackets have tie-off brackets there to hold the fiber in place. Make sure when you're mounting the next pieces of raceway that the edge of the backing strips lines up with the edge of the mounting brackets. That way when the covers are installed, everything will line up properly. Installation of cabling can be done in a couple different ways. We use Velcro self-adhesive strips to hold the cabling in place. You can also use drill-on fasteners that have like a plastic tie wrap. Several different ways to secure the cabling to the backing strip. The inline slack storage kit consists of 2 plastic fiber management spools that are secured to the metal backing. Slack cable for a future potential subscriber is wrapped around the spools for future use. When the subscriber on the other side of that wall decides to take the service, you can then drill through the metal backing into the living unit, fish the drop into the living unit, and plug them into the ONT. Covers for the metal raceway, make sure you're deburring any cut edges. You don't want to potentially cut yourself or anybody else who comes in contact with the raceway in the future. The deburring can be done with a Dremel tool, it can be done with a rasp, a small benchtop type grinder also works well. When installing covers, install the bottom edge of the cover first, then snap the covers onto the top edge. This will ensure that you're not going to pinch any cabling that is behind the raceway covers. Vertical covers can be lined up with the mounting brackets. And the corner pieces actually snap over top of the covers and then onto the mounting brackets. Just be sure that the straight lengths of raceway are underneath the covers for a nice clean appearance. Inside corners and outside corners have bend radius protectors to protect the fiber as you round the corners. Occasionally, you'll run into an obstacle that you need to build around. In this case, we have a vertical conduit that we need to bridge across. Putting mounting strips on each side of the conduit and then cutting a notch in the raceway to bridge over top of the conduit is the solution for this particular problem. To remove the covers, take the cover removal tool, slide it up underneath the covers, and the covers should pop off. You push on the center of the raceway to slide the tool up underneath it. That will spread the legs of the raceway apart so you can get the tool up under the lip of the raceway. Start sliding the tool down the raceway, holding out on the covers with your finger as you go, and the covers will pop off.